Croeso I Galw Gofal ac I Conwy. Rhianwen Jones ydw I, rheolwr strategol rhanbarthol Galw Gofal. Hi, welcome to Galw Gofal and to Conwy. I'm Rhianwen Jones. I'm the Regional Strategic Manager for Galw Gofal.
Tell us about your monitoring centre and the services you provide.
At Galw Gofal, we're passionate about our language and our culture, and we're keen to ensure that all our customers are safeguarded within their own homes. We want them to be connected with good social network and to feel safe and happy in their own homes and within their own community. We've been monitoring Telecare in North Wales for the best part of 40 years, from the first schemes that we were linked to in 1981 and now to the digital call monitoring centre and the state-of-the-art facility that we have here at Colwyn Bay. We have around 15,000 connections of Telecare and Lone Workers connected to Galw Gofal. But we provide a wide range of services as well in terms of out-of-hours call monitoring, for housing repairs, for emergency social services, and as well emergency planning and public protection.
Why did you choose the joint Answerlink platform to underpin your monitoring centre services?
The Galw Gofal service, we have two sites, two sister sites, one here in Colwyn Bay and one in Llangefni. It's a unique service model. It's on the Conwy network, but both sites run independently or simultaneously, so we have resilience, disaster recovery and business continuity in the area. So we needed a platform that suited our model of service delivery. We needed a platform that we could access all our services through one call handling system rather than having separate systems for the operators to handle. We wanted as well a system that would handle any pieces of equipment that our commissioners wanted to install, and there was a degree of interoperability as well between the Telecare devices. We wanted a management suite as well that would produce reports for us. As a regional service, as a local authority collaboration, we come under heavy scrutiny at times and we have to remain accountable. So we need a reporting mechanism that would draw up any reports that we needed so we could report on the analysis of the work undertaken and to work out the resources required to deliver the service. That was important to us, the reporting part of the system. But above all, we wanted value for money.
What was behind your reason to move to a fully digital monitoring service?
In November 2018, we had the opportunity to relocate our Colwyn Bay monitoring centre. The council were building a purpose-built facility, a new headquarters in the centre of Colwyn Bay. So we had a perfect opportunity and a blank canvas to redesign the alarm receiving centre. So now we've got a category 2 facility, which is to the highest security standard, enabling us to extend our range of services, doing more in terms of lone working monitoring, GPS tracking, and of course extending more widely into mobile telecare. With this change, we found it an opportune time to upgrade the call handling platform that we had to make sure that it was fully digital. We always knew the platform received IP calls. It's just that our infrastructure wasn't enabled to do that. But with the move, we were able to do that. So now we can receive analogue and digital calls. And of course, we try to future-proof the platform best we can, but with changing technology, it's difficult to do that. But at the minute, we're ready now and primed to monitor the whole range of the legacy analogue Telecare equipment and the new IP digital equipment, and maybe move to new solutions really to support people in their own homes.
What preparations are you making for the analogue to digital transition, and has the Answerlink monitoring system helped with this?
Well, we've been aware of the agenda to digitalise the telephone networks for a few years now, since BT21 back a good 9-10 years ago, which never even came to fruition. But we were made aware of the latest plans from BT through Ofcom through TSA, our trade standard body, and as well from Tech, the manufacturer of our platform. So we went about making sure our commissioners were aware of the developments and the investment that they may be faced with to upgrade their telecare schemes and their telecare equipment out in the field. So we held 2 conferences, one back in April 2018, and we invited our Scottish counterparts to deliver their experience of the digital transition that Scotland are undertaking at the minute. They're slightly ahead of where we are. Certainly they've got a good framework around their telecare agenda in Scotland, so we're keen to learn from their experiences. And we had a follow-up conference at the end of December just to see what the progress was. We've kept informed through Tech of developments, and of course having the platform now, we are able to test digital equipment to make sure that the equipment is compatible. We have the Escape protocol and the Now IP protocol enabled on our platform, so any equipment that's developed, we can thoroughly test it. The problem we have in North West Wales is the sketchy coverage, if you like, of broadband and mobile networks, so we're keen to make sure that any system that's out there is suitable and fit for purpose and meets life critical call monitoring needs. We're passionate to make sure that people are confident in the equipment that they have, and of course that they can go about their daily life safely and content knowing that we can look after them.
Hannah Fleck dwi, rheolwr gwasanaeth, lles cymunedol. My name is Hannah Fleck and I'm the Service Manager for Community Wellbeing here at Conwy County Borough Council.
How important is telecare to social care for Conwy County Borough Council?
The importance of telecare for social care in Conwy County Borough Council is that ultimately it supports our vulnerable and less vulnerable residents to feel more independent and to enjoy the lives that they want to lead. So rather than feeling restricted and unable to go out because what if, they feel confident that if they do go out, if they forget where they're going, they will have an appropriate support that enables them to do that without the sense of being constantly monitored or the imposition maybe of having somebody who's with them 24/7. They have that security. They can live more independently at home and enjoy the opportunity to explore life at home without constantly feeling they've got to report to and tell somebody what's going on. And of course it's not just for our older clients, it's also for our younger ones, for parents who are concerned particularly about children who have got specific health conditions, so that they can feel much more confident that they can respond and provide the appropriate care when they need to.
How do you feel the Answerlink telecare solution is going to help the future of social care for Conwy County Borough Council?
So how is Answerlink going to help us in our future in the work that we're doing around telecare? Well, the Tech system has really assisted us because we feel confident that we are looking at something that is ready for the future developments, particularly as we're moving away from analogue into digital communications. We've got more confidence that we'll be able to take on a variety of different items, that they don't have to come from one single supplier, that we can look for the most appropriate piece of support kit that's going to help you retain your independence, rather than saying, this is what we've got, it's limited, but this is what's available. So helping people to be able to find a solution that fits them, and then in turn being able to be confident that we can make the system work to be able to answer and monitor that specific item. So in turn, as things do change, we can't guarantee that it's going to work forever because nothing ever will. But we do know that we're confident that in the next chunk of time that we're going to be able to provide the right response to people as they identify different pieces of equipment that work best for them.
Fel enw I di Sean Lewis, a fi di'r rheolwr tîm yn Galw Gofal. Hello, I'm Sean Lewis and I am the team manager at Galw Gofal.
What has your experience been with the Answerlink platform?
Moving over in 2015, when we first went over to Tech, we had been working on a different system, and the transition was always going to be relatively difficult at times, especially getting the staff on board the new training that was required, all the change really for staff. They'd been using the system for so many years and now it was something new for them. But through excellent project management from John Tech and through support with the training department and the support of the management team as well in Galw Gofal to make sure that all staff received adequate training to be able to provide new service. After about 6 months or so into the transition, it felt like we'd been working on John Tech forever, really. It's a very useful system for us because of its openness and how many different things and the varied things that we can do with it. For example, we can go from the beginning to the end, really, through the referral and assessment module. So any new referrals that come in, we place on a separate database where they remain while they're awaiting installation, into the other database of the client's database, which is the database which includes all the live connections. So once it's installed, we can move from there. It gives us two separate databases, which in turn makes it easier for us when it comes to billing schedules for commissioners and partners at the end of each month. We also have split all the different clients into different regions for all the different authorities and commissioners. What this has managed to do for us is to allow access to the separate databases for the different commissioners and partners, and they're able to have a real-time database access where they can make any changes that they want and research any further information that they want to there as well. So we found it extremely useful, and we've had some good feedback from our commissioners and partners who've stated that it's a wonderful thing to have, really, which is something that we were limited in with the previous manufacturer. What we also found useful was the ability to escalate incidents on a daily basis to commissioners of the service. For example, if we were to have an out-of-hours housing repair, we could log all the details from the call. We could then bring an engineer to attend to the job, and all of this information would be date stamped and time stamped so that the commissioner could see exactly what time we sent somebody out and what the result of that incident was. So it captures the information neatly on one piece of paper, A4, and it's there right in front of them, which they can then input into their own system then.